Hey, what's up, guys? Uh, Welcome to another episode of Doodads, Gadgets, and Gizmos. And if you're here, if you found me just because of a WOOZOO fan, stick around. I'll go over how it functions, all the fun little stuff about it. But as this is a channel for T1Ds, every once in a while I'll find something, whether it's something simple, something complex, something just cool that helps us manage our disease in one way or another. Sometimes I like to post something about it, doodads, gadgets, gizmos, and I came across this little guy, this WOOZOO, not to be confused with WAZOO, even though it does have functions up the wazoo. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, WOOZOO fan. It's pretty cool. Let's get a look at it. So simple. It's a fan, moves air, right? But what's cool about it is it's small, so it is perfect for like a nightstand and table kind of thing, or in this situation, a bench or desk or whatever. Because on its lower settings, it's pretty quiet. When you start getting up in the higher settings, I got an audio where I'll try to compare settings for you, for sound so you can hear it. But one and two and three, it's pretty quiet. When you start getting up into four and five, it starts making some racket. But for all intent and purposes, it's a pretty quiet fan. Now, on the base here, right, you have all the controls, right, on the base. But you also have this handy dandy little remote that replicates those controls there. I'll bring in a zoom in for you here, but in the top right, you got the power button, just main power button, turn it up, on and off. Directly below that, you have the timers, 1, 2, 4. So 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours. You press one of those, and of course, it'll shut off after that period of time. Right next to those, you have a couple of other three little buttons there. You have a thing that looks like a little alarm bell. Okay, that's the sound. So these make an audible tone every time you press a button. And for me, I'm using this at night. Sometimes when my numbers go a little sideways, I might get a little heated, and I don't want to disturb my wife. I can use this to, cool down a little bit, but I press that button and it's not making any racket when I'm turning it on and off. Right above that, there's a light button because the base lights up. It's not obnoxious, right? They're very cool lights, like blue and a light little red. So they don't light up the room by any means, but you still have the option to turn them off if you want to. Um, right above that, which is a really cool function, looks like little waves. That's the breeze, right? And that's what I use mostly. And what it does is the fan adjusts RPM as it's going, and basically replicates a breeze, something you might feel through a window, right? And it stays on the lower setting, so it remains quiet, but it's just, adjusts the RPMs a little bit, and it does. It feels like a nice cool breeze, and you don't have this steady blowing on you, same speed. So it's a little less intrusive, I guess, is the best description. Now, what makes this fan somewhat unique is the oscillation, right? It goes left to right, like most oscillating fans do. But this one also goes up and down, right? So some fans you have to manually adjust it where you want it, but this one up and down, left and right, and I'll give you a little example of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick on the up and down, right? That's the bottom button right here, and this will just go up and down, right? And for me, what I'll do sometimes is as I'm going up and down, I'll get it right where, let's say, right about there. That's where it's perfect. It's hitting me, it's not blowing over me, it's not hitting my wife, so on and so forth. And then I can just hit that one and it goes left and right. Pretty cool. Now, when you talk about fans and air movement and so on and so forth, um, basically you're looking at linear feet per minute. All right, so I got this cool little tool here to kind of show you, kind of give you an idea. Let's bring it back around and stop it. Tell you kind of how much air this thing really moves. So we got it stopped, and right now we have it on its lowest setting. It's very quiet. And we are looking at it moving right around 400 linear feet per minute. All right, now we're going to kick it up to number 2 and see what it does. All right, we're on number 2. We're up about 450 linear feet per minute. Okay, let's kick it up one more. Number 3. Now this is where you start hearing that audible change in the sound that the fan's putting off, because it kicks it up quite a bit. Okay, so as we got up into there, we're setting number 3. Now we're rocking around 730 linear feet per minute. Now number 4. Now we're getting up in that obnoxious range. Okay, but when you kick it up in there, now we're hovering. We're getting close to. Come on, turn around the right way. Okay. Now we're up there in the 1,300 linear feet per minute range. Number 5, it's full max speed, and we're topping out right around 1,500 linear feet per minute. But the thing's making some racket now. So we'll go back down to 1. And let's do on the breeze. So on the breeze, right now we are at 413. $295, $275. So the RPMs are subtly changing. 570, and that's very cool. And it replicates a breeze. So I want to take you guys through the nuts and bolts of this thing, get in there and look at the remote, see how the remote works, little lights here, maybe get a little closer and hear the fan running and stuff. Well, don't just sit there, come on over. Okay, so getting back into this, again, got the remote here. And here you got the controls. All right, so let's turn it back on. Oh, let's turn it down. So these little blue lights here, like I was saying, those are the ones that illustrate what setting it's on. And again, with the remote, see this little guy here? See that button right there? Looks like a light bulb. Push that, and the lights go out. Okay. Down here, these buttons left and right. Let's turn the lights back on so we can see what's going on. See, it's set on 3, and I think we're close enough and things are quiet, we can hear it. Anywho, let's crank it up. But getting back into it, so you can see the lights as they go on and off. Over here, so there's your power button, and these 3 buttons here are your timers. 1 for 1 hour, 2 for 2 hours, and 4 for 4 hours. Okay, simple enough. Now this button right here, this is that breeze button I was talking about. You press that, and then all the lights go out over here, but it just replicates a breeze. See the little green light there? Okay. Now, if you turn, I have this turned off now, but turn it back on, and every button I push, hear that audible beeping sound. Hold on. And you just shut that audible sound off and they go away. Over here, you have your oscillation buttons. You have your left, right, up, and down. Now, right now it's not moving, but if I press this one once, Now it's going to start going up and down. See there? Now I can press it again. If you look over here at green light, that's illuminated, meaning it's activated. If I press it again, it stops. All right. This button up here is left and right. There it goes. Now you see the whole base goes with it. All right. That's a little bit of an issue with it, because if you're trying to use the controls, of course you have to chase them down. I mean, it's not like fast or anything, but still a little bit of an inconvenience. And see this little spot right here? That's your infrared repeater or receiver that receives information from the controller or from the remote. And if you're a distance away from it and it's pointing away from you, you have to wait for it to come around. So that's one. I like if they had a repeater here and over here as well as there, that'd be kind of cool. Okay, so now we're going left and right. Now, if I press this up and down button as well, now they're both lit, and it will go up and down as well as left and right all at the same time, just moves air around. Again, you press this at any point and each one will stop. So pretty simple, but that's the overall aspect of everything. That's the overall function of everything, how it works. And again, all of these buttons are repeated right here. All right, so over here you got the time. You just press that button, boom, 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 and whatever, 1 hour, 2 hour. And then again, this is just replicated here, so you have the same functions on this. So there we go. All right. It's a pretty cool little tool for us. Anyway, this is it worth it? Well, I found this at Costco. Right now, Costco is running a special on them, I believe, but it doesn't matter. It's whatever. But I think I paid $32 or $33 for it, so absolutely worth it. I believe at the highest point they were like 47, still worth it for me. Like I said, I have two at home. Like I said, if you hit the Google web and bleep bloop around, you'll find other versions of it, but it may not necessarily be this one. And you can tell by the remote, some of them only have like 2 or 3 buttons on it. So you definitely know it's not this one. But if you're wandering through Costco and you were thinking about getting it and you're not sure, and you want to know a little bit more about it, I hope this helped. If you're T1D who, deal with those nighttime highs and you're starting to get a little heated up, check this out. It's a pretty cool little tool. If there's anything else out there you guys see that you'd like a little more information on, you'd like to see another doodad gadget, bleep bloop down in the comments. Let me know. And if this helped you out, if you liked it, just hit the like button. Helps me out a little bit. So, all right, we'll see you guys on the next one.